Hello, my name is Valentina Milewicz Mariño, and today I'm gonna present you my model of the Sun, Moon, and Earth. As you can see here, there are all the stars in the whole universe. Let's start. The topics we're gonna learn today are the movements of the Earth, the shape of the Earth, the movements of the Moon and its phases, and how day and night and seasons occur. The solar system is part of a galaxy called the Milky Way. Here you can see. This is a real image taken from the Hubble telescope. The solar system is formed by a large star called the Sun, and 8 planets which all orbit around it. There are moons or satellites that orbit around the planets. The Sun is in the center of the Milky Way. Now we're going to talk about the Sun. The Sun is giant. We cannot get too close since the temperature is very high. Sun is the center of the solar system. And there are 8 planets which all orbit around it, including Earth. Sun's diameter is 109 times greater than Earth's diameter. The energy that Sun gives off is essential for life in Earth. It is very important to protect from the UV rays because they are very harmful to the skin and also they can cause a skin cancer. Sun is a sphere full with hot gas that is made up mostly from hydrogen and helium. If we travel on a commercial plane from Earth to Sun, it will take 20 years to get to our destination, just to get an idea of Earth's distance to Sun. Earth is a planet full of life. That's why it is so important to care and protect the environment. Earth revolves around Sun and takes 365 days to make a full revolution. This movement is called translation. Thanks to it, we have different seasons of the year and days and nights have different durations. Here you can see the rotation of the Earth around the Sun. Earth. About 71% of Earth's surface is covered with water, and oceans hold about 96.5% of Earth's water. The mixture of gases we often call fresh air are hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide. Without them, we couldn't live. Did you know that the Moon is gradually going away from the Earth at approximately 4 centimeters each year? Trees are one of the most effective tools we have to combat climate change, because they purify the carbon dioxide and turn it into fresh air we can breathe. Movements of the Earth. Imagine a line passing through Earth's center. This imaginary line is called the axis, and Earth spins around on this invisible line. So, this is how Earth spins around its own axis, while it is spinning around the Sun. This circular movement of an object spinning around its axis is called rotation. Due to the rotational movement of our planet, we have days and nights. It is because different parts of the planet are facing towards or away from the Sun, and it takes 24 hours to make a whole turn. Although Earth is rotating on its axis, at the same time it revolves around Sun, which is called revolution. And Earth takes 365 days, or precisely 365.242 days to complete a whole revolution that makes up a year. Did you know that an object with the size of Mars knocked over newly formed Earth millions of years ago and left it tilted? The Earth's shape. The shape of the Earth is an oblate spheroid. This means it is spherical but not perfectly round. It is slightly bulgy at the equator and flattened at the poles. Earth is bulged due to a centrifugal force during rotation. The four seasons. The four seasons are caused by a movement called rotational movement. Each season lasts 3 months, and each one has different climates. The x-axis is an imaginary pole that passes through the center of Earth from top to bottom. Earth rotates around this pole and makes one rotation per day. Earth has seasons because its axis is tilted. The inclined axis of Earth is the cause of the different parts of Earth that directly receive sun's rays change. When the northern hemisphere is towards the sun, it is summer. Meanwhile, it is winter on the southern hemisphere. Earth has seasons because its axis is tilted. It rotates on its axis around Sun, but the axis is always in the same direction. December is summer in the south of the equator and winter in the north. The sun shines directly in the southern hemisphere and indirectly in the southern hemisphere. March is the autumn side of the equator and spring in the north. Sun shines generally in both hemispheres. June is winter on the south of the equator and summer to the north. Sun shines directly on the north hemisphere and indirectly in the southern. September is spring in the south of the equator and autumn in the north. Sun shines equally in both hemispheres. Now I'm going to tell you the four seasons. First is spring. Good weather begins. Rainy days or sunny days also begin. A lot of flowers appear. Summer. It's the warmest season of all the year. Days are longer than nights. Here are some posters about what you can do in summer with your family. In the first poster, you can enjoy nature with your family. Also, you can enjoy the view. You can enjoy fresh air. And here you can ride bicycles. You can go to many trips. And here, there are many trees with flowers, as you can see here. Autumn. Cold weather begins. Leaves change color from green to orange, and leaves tend to fall down. Winter. It's the coldest season of all the year. Nights are longer than days. In many places there is snow. So here is a poster of how's winter in many countries. So here's the snow. You can build a snowman with the snow. And as it is very cold, you need to use scarves and boats and also caps. Now I'm gonna talk you about the moon. This is a real image taken from the Earth's atmosphere. It is showing the distance between the Earth and the moon. It is really, really big, the distance between these two. It is 384,400 kilometers. As you can see here, here is a close-up of the distance between the moon and the Earth. Here is a real image of the moon. It is a close-up of the moon and its craters.
3.
Now I'm going to talk you about the movements of the moon. The moon rotates around the Earth, as you can see here in my model. And it takes 24 hours to make a whole turn. That's why day and night occur. So the Earth rotates on its axis. The Earth rotates around the Sun, and at the same time the Moon rotates around Earth. When the Sun is facing towards this part of the Earth and the Moon is in this part, here it is day and here it is night, as you can see here in my model. Now I'm gonna present you my model of the 8 phases of the Moon. The 8 phases of the Moon all happen in 1 month. Now I'm gonna tell you. First is the new moon. You can see it because the moon is in between the Earth and the Sun. After it, the moon starts waxing. And waxing means growing. The next phase is waxing crescent. It is less than a half of the moon, and the waxing moons always are lit on the right side. Next is the first quarter. It is exactly 1/2 of the moon. It literally is telling you that you are 1/4 away from all the 8 phases. The next one is waxing gibbous. It is more than a half, but not quite full lit. Next is the full moon. It is a completely full circle. It is done waxing. So now the moons start waning. And waning means getting smaller. The next phase is waning gibbous. It is more than a half lit. Always the waning moons are lit on the left. Now it's the last quarter. It is exactly the other half of the moon. It means you only have 1 phase of the moon left. And the last phase is the waning crescent. It is less than half lit, and it is the last phase. Now, the cycle starts over and over again. And remember, all the cycle occurs only in 1 month. As a bonus, I'm gonna show you some images, real life images of the moon. Here it is a satellite orbiting around the Earth. Here it is a photo of an astronaut having a spacewalk in the atmosphere of the Earth. Here it is a rocket getting launched. Here it is another satellite orbiting around the Earth. Here it is a photo of the first footstep of the first man in the moon. Here it is a rocket now getting launched. Here it is an image of the first astronaut on the moon. The name of the first astronaut in the moon is Neil Armstrong. He said, "That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." And also the first words spoken in space were by a Russian astronaut that was called Yuri Gagarin. The Earth is blue. How wonderful. It's amazing. Now I'm gonna show you some of the stars and constellations. First is Hercules. Next is Boots. Next it is Leo. Next it is Cancer. Now it is Canis Minor. Now it is Canis Major. Next it is Orion. You might know it by the name, by the three stars that it has in his body. He is called also Orion the Hunter. Next it is Tauro. Next it is Auriga. Next it is Aries. Next it is Pegasus. And now it is Cygnus. Next is Cepheus. Now at the left it is Ursa Minor. And down it is Ursa Major. Now to the right it is Gemini. That's all. Thank you for your attention and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye!